Hello, hello. So, for the second reel of Mountainous Road Vlog, I thought of narrating some thoughts which lingered throughout this journey. Along with 22 ladies dubbed as Solo Women Travelers Group, I mostly traveled in the front co-passenger seat beside the traveler driver. Having gotten an elevated seat with high-definition magnum view of my surroundings through the wide-angled windshield, I had all my senses activated. I could only gape and cope to capture all that I could, both in my mind and in my camera memories. There was no music for most part of the journey, in order to not to disturb few sleeping beauties, and with a very painful and injured left leg from my last car accident back home, the trip could have tripped over for me. But all that did not bother me much. I was in a state of eternal bliss and emotional high by the majestic, enigmatic and barren beauty of the mountains of Ladakh. Ladakh mountains rekindled all the myriad of emotions and aspirations I've had in me, forgotten and silenced during my adult life. This was one entry in my bucket list since school, which had almost faded, but sprung back to life and made other entries in bold print now. Abid, my travel driver from Kashmir, who otherwise was reserved initially, but cordially opened up later and gave many insight of his driving experiences and mountain roads. It is a daring task how he drives in the night to meet morning timelines and also took safety precautions for his passengers. We as tourists can hardly gauge what it takes us to have a so-called adventurous trip. These brave hearts live it every day. God bless them and nurture them in every way. Oh, I had my doubts if I was still in India by the views of this road. India is such a marvel of a country to have such extent of varieties. God bless India. It's amazing to see how the mountain view remained unchanged, even though the angle of the roads changed variedly. Unless it's a major hairpin turn or going reverse, the spectrum of the frontal view of the mountain remained steady. Something to compare with a life's outlook to. Well, let's focus back on the mountain marvels, shall we? Two most astounding things that I constantly wondered were, one, how on earth did settlements live in such places since days of yore? And secondly, the extent of effort that BRO or Border Road Organization has taken to make these roads and places accessible at ease for for us. They seem to be superhuman beings compared to the overprotected and disconnected life that we lead nowadays. Hats off to all of them. So, this is the third day of our journey from Leh via Khardungla, Nubra Valley, sand dunes to Hunder village. Tried few magnificent things like visiting monasteries, tasting snowfalls in the highest passes to sweltering and scorching sun of the Nubra Valley, riding all-terrain vehicle or ATV, sand dunes and smelly Bactrian mountain camels, but all melting down in front of the view of the ever-changing mountains and the road beneath the wheels. Man, it was some driveway, as you can get a hint from here. Can you imagine to fathom a fall from this road? Pity I couldn't take a wide-angle shot of this one. It is important to take yourself out of the monotony and to restart your system and mind. Also very important to know and make acquaintance with yourself and the extent that you can be. That was the purpose of this travel for me. And this area does not even look like we are on planet Earth. More like the red planet, which is Mars. Surreal experience. Driving up Khardungla is no simple task, especially if the weather is not on your side. With cold, snowfall and low visibility, it is a tricky and merciless posture. We experienced them all. One hell of an experience and loved it all the way. Up in Khardungla top, it is a frozen popsicle all year round. Pass-Nubra-Hunder, as it is called, is the world's highest motorable pass and is the gateway to the Shiok Valley and Nubra Valley. Khardungla connects Leh and Nubra Valley and also serves as a gateway to the famous Siachen Glacier. We experienced difficult weather with low visibility, snowfall, intense cold, and icy wind. And here's entering Khardungla Pass. towering nearly 18,000 feet. If you are wondering about staying option in Khardungla, let me tell you, even a stay of 30 minutes can make you dizzy and very sick with mountain sickness due to cold and very low pressure and oxygen. It is advisable to take a downhill drive or ride carefully in lesser than 30 minutes time. Driving down Khardungla is treacherous in bad weather. Abid looked different while driving and focusing hard on the welfare of his passengers in his big traveller in the narrow mountain routes. Soon the clouds slowly got lifted and we were left with clear and thin air, and we gaped more by the view than the 30% less oxygen. As we climbed down and further towards Nubra, the scorching sun hit us, and soon we were amidst its full glare, getting sunburned and amid sand dunes and camels. Talk about the extremes of weather within 2 hours' drive in Nubra Valley. They say travel teaches. Take that with a pinch of salt, and you'll learn only when your mind is open and eager to change, like that of the swinging weather of Ladakh. Snowfall to hot Bactrian camels, anyone? See you in Reel 3 in the last leg of Ladakh. Juley.